What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister,
Darcy,
my brother, Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And my friend, Dan. So, three out of the four of us have seen episode 3 of WandaVision. And first of all, what did y'all think of the 70s sitcom era?
Does anyone know what show it was based off of?
Brady Bunch.
I was gonna say Brady Bunch.
Mary Tyler Moore, I want to say, and something else.
Okay, so I've never seen none of those shows.
Yeah,
You've never seen the Brady Bunch?
the house
No.
was like set up like the Brady Bunch's house.
No, I've never seen a Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Brady Bunch, but I've seen some episodes of it.
Yeah, I've seen
Well,
some.
if you being a kid in the '90s, Step by Step is basically the modern day version of the Brady Bunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, like, I know what the show's about. I just never seen it. I would say overall, I think the first 2 episodes was better to me. I think this episode explains more, but more happens in it. But I like the first 2 episodes better.
I did enjoy the first 2 episodes better. I think it's more of I enjoyed that era of sitcoms more than the one they did in episode 3. Like I said, I've seen Brady Bunch, but I'm not a big fan of it. So, like that era of sitcoms, like I'm like, you know. But
yeah, that could be it.
That being said, I still think it was a good episode, especially with the things they brought out in the episode. Throughout it, I should say.
Yeah.
So, there's a few.
Is that the plan then? Like they gonna do different episodes, like different eras of sitcom, or
Yeah.
So
yeah.
are they gonna get all the way up to like the 2000s, or are they gonna keep it like the old?
Yeah. Apparently, there's episodes based on Modern Family.
That's gonna be.
That's
cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And we're gonna have episodes based on Full House, which I want some meta jokes. Roseanne, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, the next one is supposed to be Roseanne and Family Ties.
Okay.
You know, seen that? Like, I have not seen like the 80s sitcoms like Family Ties and what was the other one that was really big? No, I've never seen Family Ties.
Oh wow!
I remember disliking Roseanne.
Yeah,
I didn't like Roseanne.
I've never liked that show.
Yeah, I remember it always being on though.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
So there's a few things to talk about.
That's like the most annoying. I'm like, I can't even believe I watched the intro this month. It was annoying.
There are a few things to talk about in this episode. First, the big thing, Wanda has her kids. And it's confirmed to be... Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Can we talk about how big these babies were? Those kids was like 6 months old.
They were straight. We in my reaction, if you guys want to watch the reaction, it's on our Facebook page and our YouTube. If we mentioned that, we were like, man, that baby is huge. That is not a newborn.
Like I get like they can't get newborn babies, but can we at least get a 3-month-old?
But no, remember this is also a 70s sitcom. What would they have done? They would have used a 4-month-old baby. And I'm always like, I like how in these shows, like they be pregnant, they have the baby, and then it just comes out fully wrapped in a blanket, no umbilical cord.
No umbilical cord. The baby's clean.
Yeah, it's all clean and dry. There's no fluids or anything. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
not show all that though. I mean, that's a little bit gruesome.
They do now though.
They do now because that's what babies look like when they're born.
Yeah, no, now they like cover them in jelly or something to make them look gross.
Yeah, it's like, but I mean, you got them fully wrapped and everything. I was like, what did she catch him in a blanket and just look?
Hey, this kid was crawling, talking. I'm like, God, this is a big baby.
Yeah. So, Their names are Tommy and Billy, which confirms them being her children in the comics, which are Speed and Wiccan, which one has her powers, one has Quicksilver's powers. So it's going to be
they're Power Rangers.
Oh, God, Tommy and Billy. I'm like, what?
I didn't catch that either. But
I caught it right away.
Yeah. So that's confirmed. Wanda's powers were going crazy this episode because she was pregnant. That kind of trope, which set off the, the silly slapstick sitcom humor for the episode, which, blah. It's kind of whatever. Actually, I found Vision the funniest part of this episode. I think Vision was funny.
I think
because we kept on trying to figure out why she was progressing in pregnancy so long.
Yeah.
I mean, so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely had a girl, you trying to trap me face a lot. To me, the biggest of these episodes was just at the beginning, you had her cutting the wall, and I just feel like they're clearly this dude trying to escape.
Yeah,
and I think,
I think you saw Vision kind of even before that realizing something's wrong. That's why he's asking doctors how did this happen? Because he's this is not right. Something's not right. Yeah. So it's how did this happen? And
even when he asked Wanda, and then she reversed it.
Yo, that was trippy because it was Vision's yeah, well, we mentioned Herb outside. He's supposed to be trimming his hedges, and he just started cutting through the stone wall with the trimmer. And Vision's what is going on? And which this makes me think Vision is real. He's not an illusion that she conjured up or anything. Vision is a real thing because he can think separately than her.
Yeah.
And he's starting to notice, huh?
Got his body, right?
Well, yeah, but that just came out. We didn't know that at first. So
was people thinking Vision wasn't real?
Well, there's theories that maybe she just thought
up. I would think with the first two episodes, I didn't think so. I thought it was just all her imagination.
Oh, I always thought that was the real deal.
He's a solid, he's there. People see him, he can hit stuff, and
Hey, no, I always thought this is Vision. This is not her reality. Altering thing or whatever.
Yeah. Somehow she got his body because they never showed him his body being destroyed. So I'm somehow she done got his body and just created this world or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at it as.
So you got that. So you had Herb at first doing his thing, and so that tipped him off. Plus the whole pregnancy with her just being 4 months pregnant immediately at the end of the last episode. It's okay. And that part when he's talking to her, it's something's wrong here, and it just skips back. They didn't even do the rewind thing. It just skips back.
Yeah,
it repeats it. At first I thought something went wrong with me, my Disney Plus or whatever, and then I was oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Wanda did that.
That was real time.
And then that's the thing. That's why now I'm going with the theory, and by what happened at the end of the episode really to me solidifies it. I think Wanda's in full control here. I know before I was saying okay, I think she has the power over it, but somebody's manipulating for her to do it. I don't think anyone's manipulating Wanda at all. She knows that this is a fake reality, and she's in control of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because every time
her, I just think that they're trying to alter it, and she's no, I'm not going to allow you to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the battle that's going back and forth. I don't think they're manipulating her.
Because every time someone tries to question it or escape, she immediately either hits reset or gets rid of them.
Yeah.
And we already know that the people in the town thinks they're stuck because remember the doctor said he was going on vacation, and then he was what did he say? There is no escape, or you can never escape, or something like that. So then you realize he can't leave. Mm-hmm, and I mean, so her was
basically all of a sudden his car wasn't working anymore.
Yeah, so it's just Wanda has these people trapped, and then when someone tries to do that, she gets rid of them. She got rid of Geraldine when Geraldine snapped out of it and was like, "Your brother was killed by Ultron."
Yeah. Some people are acting like Geraldine was just pretending. I'm like, I don't think she was, especially since the second episode. I think she was under whatever Wanda has going on in there. And then when she mentioned Pietro, she snapped out.
That.
Yeah.
Yep.
That triggered.
Yeah,
I think
it was a what you call like a callback. You know, it's like sometimes with people who like deal with concussions or some kind of brain injury and they can't remember things, and then it's just like certain images or certain words bring back a memory. So I felt like that was that situation with.
Yeah, I think like entering the bubble made her forget what her mission was.
Why she was there, yeah. What was her purpose of being there?
Yeah.
And then when Wanda started talking about her life, then it calls back like, oh yeah, I'm here to, basically to take you out the game because you're ruining people's lives.
So then, was she around somewhere around her brother? Because why would that name trigger any kind of like memory for her? Like where was she in relation to her?
Because she works for SWORD.
So she knows
she knows the whole story.
Yeah.
Because S.H.I.E.L.D. saved all those people from Sokovia.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're all trying. So yeah, and can I just say Wanda's scary because when she's interrogating her, I'm like, this ain't looking good. And I'm like, don't hurt her, Wanda. Don't do it. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Hurry home.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when she was like, oh yeah, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? Wanda's like completely, she didn't go in character or anything. She dropped a whole sitcom act and was like, what did you say? Yeah. Like, so that's why I was like, she's in complete control of this. I feel like she is the villain of the series. Like people were saying like, oh, maybe not. I feel like she is. And I have a theory. Of what I think was happening. Because we saw Agnes in the scene earlier before she threw Geraldine out, or Monica. Before she threw Monica out. Vision was talking with Agnes and Herb, and obviously Agnes and Herb knows something, which makes me think Herb is actually somebody and not just a random character. And Agnes,
all of them are somebody, like y'all mentioned last week.
Yeah. So like they know something's going on. Like Herb was saying, they were saying that Monica was in there because of Wanda, and Herb was saying she's here because we're all, and he never finished it. But I think he was going to say she's here because we're all trapped. I think that's what he was going to say. So yeah. With Agnes, I feel like she knows Wanda is controlling it and she's influenced by it, but she knows what's going on, unlike some of the other residents. And my theory is that Wanda was working with Agnes first to try and bring Vision back. And then Wanda just went off the deep end and trapped that entire town in her sitcom world.
That's an interesting theory.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because I feel like Agnes knows a lot more than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like she knew that Geraldine wasn't real because they said like, Geraldine doesn't have a house.
Right.
And then basically she was telling her to shut up. So I think that she knows more, and I think she also knows what Wanda would do if someone breaks.
Yeah, if they mess up her world, what Wanda's going to do. And because that's the thing, like, I don't think Agnes is a villain anymore, because when she asked Herb to stop talking, not to tell Vision, that she looked scared. It wasn't like a angry stop talking or blah, 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 like you don't need to tell him. She looked afraid. Like, if he knows and Wanda finds out, and if he knows, obviously Vision's going to do something about it and it messes up this world that Wanda created, it's going to be all bad. That plus you have the trailer where she talks to Vision and she says, "Am I dead?" And he's like, "No." And it's like, "Oh, because you are." Like, that doesn't, why, if she's the villain, why would she say that? Obviously, she's she's being controlled in here along with everybody else. She just knows a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, unless she's doing some really good acting.
It's weird though. That's weird. I don't see what the purpose would be.
I would agree, but I don't know.
Yeah. Then that goes back to my theory about maybe it's not really Vision because why would she say Vision?
That? I think it's definitely Vision because he's thinking separately than Wanda. Right?
Yeah,
it's Vision.
Why would fake Vision be like Wanda? Something's not right in this world.
Yeah,
because you have two sides. You have a good side and you have a bad side. They'll always fight against each other in your mind,
and they can keep things from each other.
Yes.
Nah, not at all.
I don't know. And then we're getting into DID territory, and I don't think I don't think we're going that deep. Yeah, but I'm still interested to see like what exactly is happening. I want to know. I'm thinking we saw at the end of the episode Monica actually get tossed out of the world,
right? And showing that it is actually is a town.
Yeah, a real town. Yeah, a real town that she took over. So I'm hoping we get to see more of the sword side of things, right? Because that's what I'm waiting for.
So I think that we will, because if we're already about to be in the 80s, I mean, you have the 80s, the 90s, the 2000, and then 2010. That's only 4 more episodes, and there's 9 episodes total. So that's one episode.
That puts us right where Paul Bettany said all the action happens.
He said the last 3 episodes were.
Yep. So that puts us right there.
Yeah, and aren't those longer? I think those are an hour long, rather than
I think they said that the episodes get longer too.
Yeah, because our sitcoms got longer.
Also true.
Oh yeah.
True, because what Modern Family is an hour?
No, Modern Family's not an hour.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Huh.
Hold on, I got my TV right here. It is on actually.
Okay. But yeah, so there's definitely some interesting things. Like I said in our Infinity War review, Wanda, I think at the end of the series, she's going to completely lose it. We know she's going to be in Doctor Strange. There's theories going around now that she's going to be in the Spider-Man movie.
That's too much.
That's the only thing with that Spider-Man movie. There's way too many people in it. But if she is...
Depending on what kind of role she plays, it might not be too much, depending on how big of a role she got.
Yeah, it could just be a 2-minute thing, a credit stinger or something like that. Yeah. But if she is actually in that Spider-Man movie, then I think she's the villain of Phase 4.
Basically, it's just them trying to stop her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
I like that. I mean, that.
And then Kevin Feige did say it connects directly to Spider-Man. Yeah. He did say it.
Then basically, Phase 4 is a quasi House of M.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
That is. And I mean, come on, what would be a good very next crossing arc villain?
Okay.
Wanda. That would be good.
Yeah. Because now you got to figure out a way to defeat her without, killing her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You just go ahead and kill her. She
also
change her reality or whatever. You can go.
Also, she can create mutants at the end instead of the end of the show, which is be kind of quick. By the end of Phase 4, she creates mutants. That kind of makes more sense. And the rest of I think Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are the only current movies that take place in 2023, right? Or after.
Yes.
Everything else is Shang-Chi as well.
Shang-Chi is supposed to be current, and I think Eternals is supposed to be current.
Oh, is Eternals current? Oh, Eternals is current. But they kind of deal with, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, they're dealing with completely separate stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. I hope that's the if that's it. I called it, and
you did.
I win a prize.
You got to take credit for it. You got to take credit for it. Yeah.
You heard it here first on 3D Rivals. Because it's different than what everybody else is theorizing. So, I mean, some people are saying she's the villain, but I think... Now,
this is my thing. Do you think this time the honeycombs was when the show started?
It was.
Think that means something?
I don't know. It didn't end with a wipe. I just realized that.
It ended differently.
Yeah, it didn't.
Huh.
But this time when it came on, the pictures were in the honeycombs.
The honeycombs, yeah.
Or
the hexagons.
What's that? Hexagons?
Hexagons, yes.
And I'm like, that's just too obvious for it not to mean something.
Or
it definitely means something.
Mean anything.
You said it don't mean anything?
I don't know. I feel like you guys are reading into things that doesn't need to be read into.
Darcy, it's been everywhere. Like, everywhere.
In 3 straight episodes. That's like you keep seeing the sword symbol and it's just like that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, even in the like I mentioned, even in the end credits, the pixels are hexagons. There's no TV. Not technically they're not pixels, but whatever. And there's no TV where those are hexagons.
Yep. I'm with DJ on that.
Hey, all right.
There's
you
something.
guys can prove me wrong.
They didn't just why do they keep using hexagons then? Like, what's the point? Like, why?
Maybe they just like hexagons. It's a nice shape.
I don't think a hexagon.
This would made me think that it means something because the show came on like the Brady Bunch, and the Brady Bunch is squares.
Yep. But they use hexagons instead.
Everybody is in a square when the Brady Bunch come on.
And this time they were all in hexagons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. I will keep my eye out for hexagons.
Yeah. And it came on like the Brady Bunch intro.
The intro to the second episode had a hexagon.
Yeah.
And the beekeeper, bees make hexagons. That's it.
And there you go.
Also true.
Full circle. So we'll find out what happens. I want to know what's going to happen in episode 4. That's going to be this Friday. So if you're watching WandaVision, make sure you guys check that out. The show's getting crazy. Wanda's going to lose her mind, I'm pretty sure, by the end of this season. So we're going to want to check that out. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. That's going to be the episode of the podcast. If you guys want to reach out to us, we are at gmail.com. 3drivals@gmail.com, excuse me. And we're also on Facebook where you can watch the podcast in video form. It's facebook.com/3drivals. You also can comment and leave a like if you're there. Why not follow the Facebook page? We're also on YouTube. Link is going to be in the description below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. We appreciate it. Peace out.